Man, chicks are supposed to send nudes. Definitely.
No, you wanna see me naked. I wanna be a baby. Spinning in his red just like he came from Maytag.
Welcome everyone, I'm Chesska from Chesska, and this is the discussion series. In the next clip, you're going to be seeing James, Nadine and Annika, Montrese, Major and Biggs joining us to discuss the topic nudes. We'll be talking about sending them and receiving them, showing them to your mates, so make sure you get comfortable. Please comment down below to let us know exactly who you thought was the funniest, who was the craziest, what your favourite line was. Hit the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Speak to you later. Bye. On to the discussion.
Let's go.
So who sent nudes?
Nope.
Yes.
No. Oh, I know the females have definitely sent nudes. 100%.
First off, shut it. No.
Maybe not wifey. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying these are definitely.
I haven't sent nudes.
That lies.
I haven't sent nudes.
Pure lies and propaganda. Pure lies.
First off, let me say this. Nudes are when you have no clothes on.
Stop.
I've never sent no clothes on.
Absolutely.
I ain't sent no nudes. I said saucy pictures. Get me.
Alright, then you need to chill. Hold on. You're telling me you sent a man a dead picture with you with bras on and all that?
No, it was bra, kitty ultra, fancy ultra, do everything ultra.
I want to see everything or nothing at all. I'll delete that. I wouldn't even look at that.
Are you serious?
I wouldn't even look at that nonsense.
Disrespect, you know how long it takes us to post? And you're like,
this is what I'm saying.
If I'm saying nudes and you send me fully clothed pictures,
you're not fully clothed.
We're not going to be singing G's like, look at my naked body, are we?
I'm talking about like lacy, sexy, like a red.
I just stood up like Henry. That's false advertising. Oh, you just want that? Yeah, we're just sending them to No, I would have said no nude. I would have said no nude. You mad?
Are you serious?
Have you never said
I can honestly say the only thing someone's seen of me is my tits, because you can go on my Instagram and see me in a carnival costume and you've seen basically all of that.
Alright, sorry. How do you...
This is what I'm saying. Am I just like...
I'm going to show you how. Well,
do you put your face in your nudes?
See, right, so my ex, I made videos and stuff. So
right, but this is the thing, right? So, because I've made videos and you see my face in... Yeah. I'm not saying that.
Make sure that's in there. That's real then.
Oh shit then. I've made videos.
That's what I was saying. The wall of them send nudes. What did I say?
I said saucy pictures.
Oh, this saucy pictures nonsense.
Listen,
this is...
Just a question then, yeah? Is the same as wearing like a sexy lace that shows half your tits and doing that the same?
No.
As a nude?
That's saucy.
So is this saucy or is this a nude? Because then
that's saucy to me.
Well, then I don't send nudes then.
Right.
It's an element of...
Because that's why I will take a picture like that, and you can't see my nipples though.
Yeah.
So it's saucy too.
And I've got panties.
No. If you ain't got no clothes on, you're still nude. You ain't got no clothes on.
But I've been kind of the same amount as you though. With your little piece of lace, some of them bras, listen. Some of them is just here, pasty. Yeah. So we're
if you send it with like little tassels, is that nudes?
Yes, girl.
Nope.
That's not nude either.
You need to see a nipple.
Listen.
So he's talking.
What is a nude?
He's
naked.
When me and
you're talking stalkers
are comparing nudes.
One breast head and south.
Hold on, let go on, because we're going back to that. We're going back to that.
Go to that. When me and the man them are comparing nudes, if I brought that to the table, tassels and all this nonsense,
then when I say
I'm losing.
And then free
I've lost.
No,
I've lost that game.
Man's gonna think that you're doing certain things as well, so it's like, raw, what's going on?
Nah, they would just be made tassels. Is this a joke thing? That's what they would say. Is this a joke thing? Is this your news that you're bringing to the table?
Backs out the phone and sends a stalkers one, the man was like,
nah, that's normal.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there really a difference, like contextually speaking, between nudes and saucy pictures?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There is.
One is false advertisement, one is the real thing.
What do you mean? I think one is safer. No. Should I say for the women? I think
one is safer.
One is safer. You can send out the pictures of me in my panty and my mental because I can't and I'm not, but you send out my
everything.
Whole, no. Send it
just don't send nothing. So basically, you ain't sent nudes then.
I ain't sent nudes. Like you said for what?
Well, I mean, okay.
Hold on, no, wait, sorry, hold on. When it was you, it was for what? Why? So why was I sending?
My man, chicks are supposed to send nudes.
What's the definition?
Definitely.
Why?
You lot have got the jiggly bits, man.
I hate the jiggly bits and puffs.
You lot got the biting the teeth and everything like that.
The
That's why you're not supposed to send them things.
Hair puff. Just to kind of back you up though.
Talk to me.
Just kind of back you up.
Yeah.
Balls and cock
jiggles.
is not sexy. So if you're being clear,
I'm not
it's
gonna
not,
lie,
when you
yeah.
get said it, it's
I'm
not
not gonna lie.
sexy.
I think Willies are good looking. I like them.
Wow.
I think they look good.
Okay.
No.
I'm a woman. What am I supposed to look at and like?
Meditate.
Huh?
Do you know what I'm saying? What am I supposed to look at and like?
But when you
Okay, like what Fran's saying.
I want to hear reason.
What Fran's saying, it makes sense. Like a woman is supposed to be attracted to a man. It makes sense, right?
Yeah. Women, yeah, in the nudes argument,
Yeah.
I feel women don't really ask men for nudes that much.
No. We don't need to because it's presented.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's quite a physical thing in the sense
Yeah.
of, so even when I'm with my lady, and if she asks me for one, I wouldn't hesitate because I know that Rahab knows she asks for about 20 still. that angle. This man say, oh, just give me one. Alright, cool.
Do you send each other shit?
Yeah, like as I said, the only
Yes, James! Pass on the things. Take what?
No, the only time, the only time I've ever sent a nude is to Nadine, my wife. Like that's the only time.
I think that's so romantic.
But I think it's like
That's because it wasn't a thing before.
before it wasn't a thing.
Alright, so like you're getting put in a scenario where your woman's gone to the Timbuktu and she's like, boy, up the I see no apparatus for like 4 weeks.
Apparatus?
I need to see the time.
Okay, so you're talking about your gal.
Okay, that's what she said.
So you see all of that? Batman don't do that.
Alright,
Fake, innit? Fake, lies. Let's read like.
there's levels in
You
it.
have to take back the top.
I thought you were talking about someone that you ain't never
I said
If you're talking about your girl
There ain't gonna be
and she wants to see what time it is for tomorrow, yeah, you can do what you need to do.
I miss you. You don't do I miss you babe pics.
Huh?
Like clearly I miss you. Like you don't do that kind of
You don't do
picture.
that like, yo, girl.
You're to your babes. Like I miss
don't do
you.
that.
We miss you.
I mean, yeah, like the only time
I could just say I miss
I've
you,
ever
baby.
sent a nude is to my wife.
There you go. She a blush now.
To do with the frustration.
You know what I mean?
She's like, babes, not today.
You know what I mean? That's part of the fun of the relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, in that scenario, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're talking.
Because when you're married,
Spice girl.
you're still, you want to spice up your life, you're still having fun, you're still, do you know what I mean? And you've used all these different things to keep it interesting.
What did you use? Spicing up your life.
Or
It's a
it
good
was
thing to
like
like.
times when we'd be maybe apart. So I would like, because I got all my family like in Germany or whatever. So I would be there like for 2 weeks or something like that. So
you have to send them pictures.
Yeah, you agree with that.
But that was the same argument the first year that I went to Trinidad. That was the same argument the first year I went to Trinidad. English boys left Trinidad, boom, gone there thinking, yeah. These times all 2 weeks gone by, now they even looking like it. It ain't gone to plan.
You know you broke up before you left it. I love your story. Don't watch what I said. It's really all about you.
So I can fully understand what you're coming from in that sense.
You're saying you sent the nude because it didn't go to plan.
No, I'm
That's
just saying.
not romantic,
No, I'm just saying.
No, he messed up with the guy before he left because he thought he was going to see what I
I never mash up with no one. Remember, I'm with at that time with my baby mum.
Yeah.
But obviously, what, man's 24, 25.
Yeah.
He left the shore, but you know about Trinidad.
You know Trinidad, yeah.
Trinidad, boy, landed. Oh, eyes are gonna be open, and at these times I'm looking at sugarcane field. Woman said a road at the side of the road. You get me?
Is that what you playing with? Is that what the advert?
Where's Pocahontas? I'm looking at this thing in the Jamaican top of the wet thing. I'm thinking, 2 weeks gone by, babe. Listen.
Sorry, I have a message.
Eat nothing but chickpeas and chana. I've got carbs in me. I need to get shit
You look
out.
around. So when you're apart, it's especially from your partner, it's the best thing.
Yeah.
What about when you're apart and it's from randoms? Are you still enjoying it?
For me, that's a bit scary for me personally.
You feel like it needs set up?
No, it's scary. Yeah, no, I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I'm being real with you. When I see that, yeah. And it's not even it's deleting. I'm going to settings. I'm going to the ting.
The cloud, isn't it?
The cloud, yeah.
Clouds, the hell, the sewers. I'm going through the whole lot. I'm going to the building in West to where WhatsApp get their measuring tape. They say, get that shit out. I don't know who that is.
I'm counting on my phone. It stressed me out for about a week.
Why do men ask for nudes? I don't understand.
Because they're visual creatures. They're visual creatures. They need to see.
Produce every minute.
A guy doesn't want to hear imagination.
Yeah, no,
a guy doesn't want to hear
it's that.
A guy doesn't want to hear, oh, I'm taking off my. They want to see you taking off. Like, shut your mouth.
It's like when women sit down and read a book, yeah, and they say,
right,
and they read the intimate book, and it's like, shut your mouth.
Yeah, do it.
You read the intimate book.
Okay, but that's where it comes down to your imagination. Because if you're reading a sex book, for example, can a man not visualize what's happening in the book?
Books in colour.
So you lot need to have a visual. I can read a book and I'm like, ooh.
I prefer a pop-up.
Do you guys read sexy books?
I prefer a pop-up book still.
Oh, pop-up.
Picture.
If it's a sexy pop-up book.
You want Tete to pop out the book.
And the Gucci bit, yeah. And the next bit, yeah. But no, I'm not gonna lie, I've never. Like when people went mad for 50 Shades of.
Did you read it?
I love that.
James, did you read it? No, did you read it?
When I watched the movie, I was like, well, this is all in the book. Fuck me, I would have never read this. That's it. When I watched the movie,
guys, evidently, they don't like the whole, when you get home, I'm gonna undo your first button. Then I get to the second.
I mean,
that's 50 Shades of Grey.
Like that, they're not in it. So I said
50 Shades of Grey will be a picture book, maybe.
Right, yeah.
That might be.
But they need to. I feel like guys' minds need to be occupied by you.
I've had that same right. I've had my ex saying, "Oh, I'm going out." He said, "I'm not going out no more."
But this is what I'm saying.
Like you keep them. It's just.
That's why I don't ask for nudes either. Like because.
How much to go out?
No. I'm trying to
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
He said, "You can keep that." Man, go home tonight.
I'll tell you what though, asking for nudes, I don't like either. It's like if you want to send them. Like I don't want to have to prompt you to do things. That's not sexy to me. I like to open my. Oh, you send some shit. That's kind of nice. Like I'm not trying to ask for them shit.
Because you know, I think there's a point in the conversation where it's evident we should either send it. Like I should be sending it.
Yeah, it should
so you don't need to. Yeah, and I feel like if I thought about sending one and then the guy asks for it, I'm like, no.
Asking thing is dead. It's corny.
And actually, the majority of the needs I send, I've not been asked for them.
Yeah, and I think it's sexy because you feel like you're doing a pop-up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't pop up because I've got to go to work. Do you know what I mean? So I cannot pop up and do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you a little. So when we get home, it's fire. Like like a little. Like, do you know what I mean? Or a little, rub a little titty out or something if you're my man. Not if, no, I didn't get no titties. Because, no, I'm not saying that, no, sorry, I don't want to say it because he's saying, remember his statement is nudes have to be nude. But your face is another thing, do you put your face in your nudes?
Same that, right, so my ex, I made videos and stuff. So
right, but this is the thing, right? So, because I've made videos and you see my face in, I'm not saying that.
Make sure that's in there.
That's real then.
Oh shit then. I made videos.
Goes back to what I was saying. The wall of them send nudes them on. What did I say?
I said saucy pictures. So first off, you want the girl to send nudes of her Oka-Kunkum for you to share to your boys.
When you say you want to, I don't care whether she does or not. It don't mean.
Alright, not want to, but you're saying when the nudes. You're saying you want them to send nudes, and then when you get them, you share them to your friends.
Do you ask them? No.
Nah.
Is that the point though?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, he never said it in that context. No, he never said it in that
Not
context.
necessarily. I don't really care, to be honest with you. But if I'm out with a man and I get something, I'm like, rah, you see that? Yeah. We play Guess the Face. Who's that? Oh, that's rare to. Oh, say not and swear. Yeah, let me see one wrong. Oh, shit. It's cash. It's normal.
Depends if it's brick or brackle. If it's like any nonsense coming on the phone, then yeah, but obviously.
If it's your
No, they don't understand where you're coming from. They don't understand.
If the thing's popping,
remember how it's on social media. Remember your many groups.
Wait. If it's popping, you're saying you're not sending it. You're not showing your boys.
Of course, I'm showing the boys if it's popping. Of course. The thing's popping.
Well, if it's his, if it's his, obviously.
Oh, if it's his. Oh, okay.
That's why I say to you, if it's like miscellaneous, then obviously.
So basically, it comes down to what you want to meet. Because you ain't gonna be showing your wife to your man, then. So you're trying to tell me.
No.
But you're
maybe you don't know. It depends on the environment. To be honest with you, I'm wrong shit.
Not for me.
Someone sent a dick pic and then we showed it out. Would you be upset by that?
No,
absolutely not. Why would
I didn't think he would.
Absolutely
not. He just said he would.
He's more like
oh, it's mostly for you.
Your friends into the DMs talking about, hey mate, you know what I'm saying? How's things? How's life? Yeah.
Well, do you know what?
On
that topic, I think we should. I think that is a real. That's a real thing, though. Sharing nudes. That you're just inviting that person to then be like, yo.
That's why females don't do it.
I feel
unless it's someone that you don't care. Unless it's for someone that you don't care about, then I'll be like, yo, friend.
No, don't get it wrong. No. Sometimes if I don't miss you, I remember getting a nude and like busting up. Like, first of all, I don't even talk to you like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We were talking like, good morning, are you on the way to work? Literally, and I'm like.
I got the same thing. I was like, oh, you look good, dick pic. I said,
So then squad goes, yo, look, good morning to you lot too, because clearly he thinks it's cool.
You must talk to
Oh, I'm telling you now that a lot. If you send
I'm not that bad, you know.
If you're not my man, and you're not playing, and you're just sending it
out everywhere all the time.
Then clearly you do this normally.
Women send it with a different intent. It's like, let me make it sexy for him. You're like, send out the thing like, yeah, we want to impress you.
I said, oh, how do you know he never sent you the dick pic to kind of show your original?
No, it's to impress that specific person. You don't, as you just said, you don't really mind. Like, it's get more views, you get me? It's personal for a woman. I'm quite like, seriously, man.
Oh, you don't take your nudes are looking good.
No, I
show Q and Johnny and the buggies then.
My woman, that obviously that's a different. But what I'm saying, what Major's saying is right. You happen to be chilling like you ladies and boy, this thing just sent me, boom, have a snap at that.
There you go.
Just like what you done. Just like what you done. You're chatting to somebody and all of a sudden.
No, he's right.
And it's like,
no, he said chatting like that.
No, what I'm saying, but that's the reason why you shared it, because you don't.
We're not like that.
It's not.
Can I just stop a minute, right? When a girl is at that position to send a nude to a man, they're in something.
Yeah.
To me, I don't think girls feel.
No.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so then
I can say that now.
No, obviously there are girls out there, what they want to show, they show however they want to show on their Instagram. It doesn't have to be in the DMs or whatever. They're just showing it on their regular Instagram feed. Exactly.
That's why I don't want to see these what do you call them, teasers? What
saucy oh, because it's on Instagram.
You see all of that on Instagram.
Alright, so before Instagram made it just normal, would that have been like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yes, blessed money.
What, saucy pictures?
Yeah.
No. Forget that nonsense.
So what is a nude then?
There's no definition of nude. Nude is nude.
Yeah, no clothes.
That's nude for me.
You want some titties hanging?
So if I'm like this and I've got on panties and I show you at an angle so you can see the arch on my back and you can see my side ball.
And you're sucking your belly and push out the back.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that a nude?
I would appreciate that. That sounds.
But that's what I said.
So what is it?
But it's still not a nude.
Oh, safe. I've never sent a nude.
I would say thank you very much.
Alright, so you were talking about if you send a nude on Instagram and if you send it personally, what happened if your girl's nudes get leaked?
Leaked how?
Yep. Shouldn't have sent them in the first place.
Oh, so
when something's online, it's online.
Yeah, but when you say leaked,
is online your photos?
Online is online. If you send something out to somebody, that's online now. So when I show my man them, I don't want to hear nothing.
No, because that's completely different to someone leaking and you just saying, hey, look.
I was going to ask you what type of leak is it? What's the leak? Is it?
Like you just wake up one morning and your gal's nuns is out there. No, I said
you
no.
don't hear him. He said because Major sent them out there, that's the leak.
I leak them things, yeah.
Do you leak it?
What do you mean leak? Like who am I to leak? I'm just gonna.
Have you sent out nudes? Have you? It's different to send to showing your boys.
No, I ain't sending nothing. No.
Have you ever sent a nude to your face there?
Say that again.
Have you ever sent out a girl's nude to your boys and been like?
No. I think that's kind of, for me, that's personal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I believe in the karma thing, so I'm not really doing that. I'm just being real. I'm not gonna do that.
But you only do your Hercules chest. So.
No, but that was to my woman, isn't it?
On this point, right? Because I think I came across bad, like when I said I showed the girls. With girls, and I know you said some girls they don't really care. With the girls that I know, if we're sending a nude to you, we're innocent for me to send a nude to you. There is that kind of situation. When men decide to just be talking normally and then Snapchat is penis.
Yeah.
That's completely different. So if you don't care,
No, if you're brave enough to do,
you don't care,
brave enough to do that.
We've had one conversation, like, what's your name?
No,
Hi, blah, blah, blah.
Your point doesn't even match. Sorry, your point doesn't even match up. Like she's saying, if I send it to my man, or whoever I'm talking with, we're in something. If I send it to you willy nilly, in fact, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I send it to you personally. There's a difference.
For him, it's like
that's what I'm saying to you with the karma thing.
Have you ever sent any of your ex's nudes out?
I never received any nudes from my exes because when the last time I was involved with anyone before I met Nadine, like
face off.
Nudes wasn't even really.
There was only
Yeah, I was
about to knock your face off.
Because these sound a little pixelated. You can't.
You have sent a picture with any kind of sexual intent.
Yeah.
It's nude.
For me, it's a nude because it's to.
But then sexual intent,
Because it's not like. But it's no. I'll tell you why.
On sexual intent, I could have on a fully loaded dress and go soon. And give you my bum.
Okay.
That's sexual intent. So I want you to look at my bum.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
that's what I knew.
Okay, if you've, I think, anything in your underwear or less with sexual intent, it's a nude.
Serious?
It's too much technicality.
I think
there's no technicality.
Going off the IG thing, so when people post pictures of their Instagram account, would you class that as a nude then?
Wait,
or would you class a nude as maybe something that's sent one-to-one? No, because you've seen no skin on Instagram, just blared out to the world. Would you consider that as a nude, or would you consider that just a gal with
well, the line is very thin now because people find close to everything.
But don't you think it's sexier when it's personally sent to you?
It can only be sexier when it's personally sent to you.
Right, well that's what I think. I think there's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, there is.
There's a difference there.
You got two pictures, You got two pictures. One sent on a normal account and one sent to a direct account.
Yeah.
Are they labelled differently? Is one sent as just a random picture and is one looked at as a nude because it's sent to you directly?
But then I think it falls under the same thing. If it's been sent out, it's been sent out. If I send it directly to your phone and it ain't gone anywhere, I've taken time to, I've done all of it with that person in mind, right?
Major's argument falls in what you just said. So if you just happen to get it random, I'm going to be like, hey, man,
who cares? Yeah.
You understand? Because that's not really that relevant. Now, my woman, I'll be like, oh.
So what if you're seeing someone then?
Right, yeah, I'm not saying, I'm not saying anyone does have a side chick here. I'm saying that if you had a side chick and she sent it to you, is that fair game to send out?
Yeah.
What? Because you're still in a thing with your side chick. It's not like it's just a...
But then to them, it's not their men, it's not their wife, so therefore you're still free range. So if
I think there's still respect.
There should be, but if you're my side chick, you're not my main, you're not going to be my main, you're just there when I need you when my main is not there, so therefore...
That's why...
I don't think man put that much thought into it, you know?
No, it's not that.
Mage, give a shit.
Sorry to cut off you, Mage, but that's a male instinct. We don't even need to think about that. Like,
yeah, but you don't have to think about a lot of things.
But what I'm saying is the way how we connect the argument. So
I mean, because
if you was on the left and you was on the right, the way how you connect the argument is that if it means something, it means something. If it don't mean something, then Mage, it kind of just
I think it's not.
But for you to have a side chick, it could mean something.
But this is the thing. I think side chicks have a whole different definition because they're them side chicks and the side chicks were like they're wifey. You've
got certain side chicks that make more and mean more to than the
woman. So I think it just depends on
disrespecting them the same way you'll be disrespecting your
So do you just think it depends on the relationship, except for Major because he don't care about the relationship? Does it make a difference?
You know what it's weird.
Do you think it makes a difference on the relationship between the two people regardless of the title?
Definitely.
I think I agree with that.
No, I would agree because obviously when you're looking at it like that, it is what it is.
We're looking from a female perspective, from a guy's perspective.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. You lot got 4K HD Dolby surround sound, rare. Brother, we're on Betamax, man. Video bracket can't mend through, but it's more black and white for us if that makes sense. In that sense of things,
white to me.
It's
I don't care.
Yeah, that's evident.
Yeah. No, but you're getting the spectrum. You're getting a whole spectrum of man in that sense, isn't it? So you're getting the spectrum. You're getting left, middle, and right.
So on that note, I'm never going to send a nude again because at this moment I'm going to find a group.
I think it depends on the guy because although they agree on a lot, he wouldn't send out his girl. He might. He definitely wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's dependent on the person you're with. So if you know you're with somebody and that they're just like that, out and bad, you better know you're out and bad too.
Thank you. And that's
the reality. That's the reality, because
if
any guy that I'm with and I feel like I can send you that, and I'm not that type of person, and I misjudge the situation and you are, then do I have a right to be upset?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, of course you do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm envisioning myself. I put my trust
in you. I'm thinking that we've got some kind of thing. I put my trust in you enough to give you all
so is that delusional? Is that delusional from the girl's point of view?
But mine's like
Does that fall into delusion?
Slightly is still.
That falls into
Personally,
delusion.
I would say, yeah. I think like...
Because then you feel that way and I feel this way, and my business for that is what you're saying, basically.
Right. Nah, for me, it's like...
Trust me, but I'm being delusional.
I mean, if it was me, I would tell you straight. I'm showing my man then.
Yeah, right.
So there's no delusion.
This is the type of man.
So James, can you tell me then, because...
I
want to know that if I...
We need mates, man.
For me, like it's two things. One, generally speaking, and this is just my perspective, like I think if you're on the dating scene, you know, like you're dating someone, you've been together maybe a few months or whatever, this, that, then take time with your nudes, innit? Because you don't...
Wait, who take time? The woman
just
or the man?
generally, anybody,
You're in an open pool.
Yeah, exactly. You take like man, woman...
Don't be saying it when you're dating.
Yeah.
That's what I agree with.
But I agree with that. However, when you're dating someone past 2 or 3 months, guys are gonna want requirements. As he said, he don't even want a lace. I want the full thing.
I barely want the nude, to be honest with you. I want to beat the chick. Like, I haven't really got time for any of that. Like, really, to be fair, I think that's why I don't care, really.
But why don't you think is that also because you're probably like a different generation? Like you're not really.
Maybe.
That brings me to my third point. My second point was. So then, yeah, you're on the dating scene, take time. If you are in a more serious, committed relationship, whether it's long-term, whether it's marriage, whatever it is, then yes, you should be able to trust. You should be able to trust, you know what I mean? Because it's between you and your partner. Like, at that stage, if you're in a serious, committed relationship, you shouldn't be getting or sending nudes anywhere else anymore. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So there should be a trust there.
Can you control if you're getting nudes?
No.
From?
Well,
so saying that you should or shouldn't, I can't control if someone's going to send.
No, you can't.
Especially women, I cannot control.
Yeah, but in my personal experience, I don't get nothing from anyone else. Like, and that's that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's reflective of you as a person.
And also, that's as a husband, guy.
Yeah.
No, offense to a relationship. If Nadine like was out there, she'll probably get dick pics in the DMs. The card, real talk. That's what happens.
Every female I know does.
We get like we're having literally. You can say good morning and they will send you a dick pic, and I don't even know your name. All I know is at. Blah blah blah. And that's how it is though. Yeah, so it's I think you have to kind of then split it into male and female because. For men, it's not okay. Apart from men, she doesn't do it. But men, it's not as much. It's not such a thing.
So how long does that normally take? Because I joined Instagram not too long ago.
Just wait, honey. Don't check your DMs.
My man's like, you're deleting that time. I love it.
We can have a drink one. We can have a drink one.
I might enjoy it.
So, does the quality of the picture matter?
Yeah.
The quality matters.
Absolutely.
So the angles and the lights.
The angles. So you need angles, lights, for it even matter for you to send it out. It don't even matter.
I don't want to see nothing with no effort. That's for sure. Rah.
You want scenery.
Wow. But you don't care. So you don't care about it. But when they send it out,
better be good. Good cameras.
It was just like, oh yeah, I think you want a picture. No, that's.
My bedroom made it easy.
When I put that in the group, I put that to the man.
Yeah, you better make sure.
And you see what they said?
Oh no!
I sent it to my bedroom.
So wait, hold on. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some nudes. I have some trashy male friends. I've seen some nudes, and like, I'll be like, look at the back, and they'll be like, what are you looking at for? Like, can't you see what's in front of you? I'm like, but she don't bathe. She can tell she not made by the holes in the
You're just
wall.
killing vibes and
No, but this is what I'm saying. You said you want scenery.
That's like real stuff.
So how far has the scenery got to go? Like, do I have to clean
Clean
my
your house
house,
behind
clean
you
the
as
house,
well.
or
You've seen
messing
that, you
room.
know. When you're in the
Right,
house,
so that kills the vibe.
That does kill the vibe,
But
yeah.
this is what I'm
Are you
saying.
gonna clean that?
But this is what I'm saying. It distracts me.
Yes.
Like, it distracts me.
So you could have the biggest.
If you're sent a nude, what in the nude can turn you off?
Kind of what you said. The kind of.
A messy room, yeah.
You know.
When I said it, it was just like,
I've seen things on Facebook. I've seen things on Facebook, and the women put stuff and you see the back of the yard, and you be like,
Yeah.
kind of things. So I'm gonna go with that one. What else could?
if she hit you up, but if that specific girl hit you up and said, come no,
the yard.
was it? Yeah,
No. Mad up toes, mad up toes.
Again though, that's not reality. You might just beat and be like, man, though, I slipped up. I thought to describe it.
Hold on, so you said the house, you might get there, run through it. You're saying, no, you're saying you would, you're saying nah.
I'm cool.
I'm not saying I would want to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in reality,
Yeah.
if we're talking real,
It wouldn't.
it would probably be beaten,
Yeah.
the thing. And then afterwards,
You would never go back there.
you would instantly regret it.
I would have to.
Seriously?
It would be
Instant
heavily.
regret.
I would have to be. Really
Is there a
trouble.
level of dirt though? Like, is there not like
And I
the
would have
bed?
most probably added to half that mess when I box over everything.
It is, that's the only way.
No, on a sober, if it's like, yeah, I'd be like, ah, you want to go for a drink? You understand what I'm saying? She like kind of,
Yeah.
and then that way, and then maybe after that first one, I might not say, ah, cool, I'm alright or whatever.
Right,
But
yeah.
no,
Afterwards.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying?
That's
But no,
yeah.
it's a serious thing. But I thought you were saying more like in the picture, not maybe real life.
No, in the picture.
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
One, do not put pressure on any young girl to send you anything. You do not have that right or that privilege.
Or older guys, because they
older
be doing
guys,
that.
or
They be doing
especially,
that
yeah, absolutely. Like, never ever, like, it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Have you
morally
sorry to
wrong.
cut you, have you ever been pressured by a guy to send nudes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I've liked a guy,
believe
it's
so.
genuine,
Guys should not
and I've been
do
pressured. I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Guys,
Message me
yeah.
again.
Guys should
Someone
not
be at
be
the
doing
door.
that.
Yeah, no, I'm doing that.
And secondly, if you receive, I know obviously we discussed it earlier. Yes, the one side of it is if anyone sends a picture out, it's fair game. It can, anything can happen to it.
Do you believe
But
that?
I think it can. Especially.
And you believe it's fair game?
It's not fair game, but
No, in a moral sense, and that's what I was trying to lead to. In a moral sense, okay, let's say you got a young man and a young woman, and their relationship is going pretty steady, whatever, and there's a certain amount of trust there.
Yeah.
I think if a young lady does decide to send her boyfriend, steady going boyfriend, something, morally speaking, me personally, that boy should not be showing that picture to anyone else. From a moral standpoint. Now.
Regardless of how he views the relationship.
Yeah, regardless. Like, you shouldn't be, because she has sent that with some kind of trust in you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And because the emotional development isn't there.
That's the other thing.
In the young girl,
That's
it's
the
not
other
there so
thing.
it can destroy them. If you send out my nudes, I don't know.
This
You
is
understand?
nasty.
But a little girl, make that be my little sister. Even this little sister, make me like I don't care when she's 34. That's how it is though. Do you know what I mean? So for someone who it's on, that's a problem. It's an actual problem. Don't be sending out nobody's nudes. That especially when you're under the age of 40.
I wanted to say as well, like, when in terms of guys putting pressure on girls to send out nudes, that for me is technically sexual harassment, and that's a
It's cyber. It's cyber. It is though. If you was to really look at it, it's cyber.
And I think morals are thrown out the window when it comes to nudes.
definitely.
I think morals have run out the window of degeneration.
You're damn
The
right
morals have
about
really
that.
started.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what the young women won't understand about the young men is that even though you talk to him one-on-one, yeah, you got the best relationship one-on-one. You see when the man is with the man then. And then he even said to one of his man and said, "Oh, do you know that my girl sent me a thing?" See, because he ain't of a certain age to maybe respect her fully. He's going
To understand that.
Peer pressure will get to him, but more than he'll get onto the boys, my boys, before he thinks about his girl.
And you know that can easily happen, and many people don't think about that. But to tell you the truth, young people are not to think about that. You, as a dad, maybe I've got to say to my son, hey, listen, if anybody sent you rare, and they send it to your phone, your phone, don't show nobody your phone, kind of thing.
And there's legal aspects to it.
Jail.
Yeah, there's legal aspects to it. If you've got someone else's photos, there's a legal aspect to know what you're doing, and make sure you have your permission. I don't know how you're going to do it. Sign a permission slip. I don't know.
A waiver.
No, because if this is the thing.
Disclaimer.
No, because it's the thing. Like I can send you something, and we broke up, and you send it out, and then I want to bar wolf.
You can't really, but you can, because it depends on what the
That's
situation is.
what I want to find out, because I feel like you can still cry wolf, because regardless of where we are now, I still send it to you.
Yeah. But then, if you done me the dirty and fling your something all around the world, how am I going to?
No, but we might break up because you done that and you fling your thing all around the world.
But then it's vice versa.
So then I can cry wolf then.
You can.
Right, fair enough.
But it depends on what you're crying wolf.
No, you're going too far. No, you're going too far. You're going too far. No.
Now we'll go that far.
Yeah, no, like, and that takes, I think, then it turns it to revenge porn. That's what it takes it to. Because then you sent me this, we was good, something happened, we broke up. Now I'm gonna fuck, like.
I feel that's immature then. That's just very immature.
But
the thing is, because you have like
because
you have so many young kids dealing with pictures, is like nothing to them. It's like a snap a day, Instagram there, snap, this snap. But then when it then comes down to the real, when there's real feelings involved, I think that's when they're raw. This picture can actually. Before it was just like, it was a second. It took me a second, and it was just like, it was nothing. But then the impact of it, and they only really realize once it goes bad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just continuing.
That's the perfect point, you know, because that's what I was thinking when you lot was all speaking, because it didn't sound like reality to me, to be honest with you, because...
Nah, did you say that?
We must live in different worlds.
Yeah!
Honestly, like the world that I live in, you lot are speaking about these chicks like, you know, there's these emotional attachment, but I'm just going to speak reality now, yeah? I've had nudes from chicks, yeah, that I've not even known their names. I don't even know these chicks. So if these chicks are going to send out news to these little boys that they've just met a couple days ago and blah blah, why should they have this respect for them to send out? You're sending these chicks to these boys before you even know them. So you have to have respect for yourself. And the thing is, when you're dealing with a woman, say, as we're big people, you're going to deal with that woman completely different to how you deal with any hoe on the roadside. So I'm not going to hear, oh, Major too raw rare because I'm talking to this any old chick. That's how she's presenting herself to me. That's how I'm going to talk to her. Like, a big woman who's coming to me in a certain way, that's how I would deal with her in that way. So it's not this whole, oh, she sent you this picture, because if she could have sent that picture to 10 man.
But she'll say it's different for you, because you don't particularly ask girls for nudes anyway.
No.
I'm talking about guys who press girls for nudes and then send it out. Because guys do that. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, or they'll press them for the nude, or whatever, even the situation they get it in. And then they send it out and it's revenge. It is to hurt that person because you know it's going to hurt that person.
Yeah, that's proper.
That's different intent. Your intent is sending it out. Like, you sent to me, I just met you. I don't even know you like that.
So then would you say
I feel like
that
you
kind of borders
should.
just on maturity, full stop? Is that just a line of maturity?
Yeah.
I think it is.
I think it's a line of maturity where you know yourself.
You are deep in their 30s that do dumb shit.
Yeah, but
like
they ain't wired up the same way. That's
not,
talk about the
And
wiring. When you find out man went to the special needs school and he went this and then when you realise 30s, yeah, but wired up the same, you understand?
The level of accountability they don't quite realise. They don't quite understand. And we're making jokes about it, but you literally can go to jail for this. They're not quite realising at this point, I'm just going to send it to my man. She put the case against you, you're going to jail. So that's why it's like mature accountability, just don't.
You have to try and make them see some messages before that picture got sent and there was some pressure going on. Jeez.
But listen, the thing is, I think the line of maturity, that happens naturally for some. So, because as you said, some guys are big man in there doing idiot things. But I'm saying, when we all know they're under that line of maturity, I don't expect you to be that mature. When my son is 16, I won't expect him to think like... You
wouldn't.
No, so it's
you just have to reinforce him every day.
You understand?
Reinforce him every day when he leaves the house just to keep on...
But that's why it goes to my point about, even though it's not ideal, but you have to school the chicks as well, because
Yeah, of course.
your son at 16, you could speak to him all day, and I'm just talking reality now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You could speak to him all day, but he's a red-blooded like.
You speak to him all day and then carnival all day. You could have spoken to some 364 days and then carnival turns up and you see that and it's like, you know what?
Right. You would have more chance.
I think, but I think that's because of the way that's societal conditioning. Because I think we have spent so long
pretending like guys ain't got that sense.
That's what I'm saying. Conditioning women to not do this, not do that, not do this, and then it's like passes are made for guys. I mean, I'm not sure, but just picking up on the point, he's red-blooded. We say things like
my blood's red too,
mate.
That's true.
It just gears towards.
It's got to start somewhere.
That's why I bring it back to the females and say you have to be mentally prepared for the repercussions after you send it, because as you can see, all three men, they don't care whether they get the nude or not. Yes, they might say, oh yeah, you look nice, but at the end of the day, all right, cool. Like if I send you my dick, I sent you my dick and.
Yeah. But for us, we send it. For us, it's like I was my angles and I fixed my wig and
so for us, it's like I sent it to you, only you. Whether you think that or not, I've only sent it to you, and now you're sending it to your brother's friend, and your friend now has the thing, and he's now sending it to his.
I do agree. That means your needs are popping if you get sent out.
Well, I mean, see that?
I was gonna say that as well. A man would say,
but then now, so now it's a good thing if it needs to get sent out. Make sure they're fire. That's all you got. This is
where it comes down to an age thing, because I know that if my news got leaked, I would probably be like, well, let me see. Let me make sure it's a good picture.
Say, oh, did you see? Listen, did you see the apple?
Yeah.
Did you peek?
But I'm conscious though. But if my little sister, who's 18, she ain't handling it the same way I'm handling it. She's breaking down like, oh my god, what am I gonna do?
To be fair, you know what I would say then? I would be a bit dodgy and say that's a female thing, because if a man sent you a dick pic, and you told them, I showed my bitch, a man's gonna say, oh, what'd she say? What's that? And it could have been 16, it could have been 33, it could have been 43.
But I think that's because that's partly at least because in a nude, technically, and even just from the content of this conversation, it seems that women are exposing a lot more.
No, but we are.
But we know that. As a man, you know that.
That's it.
As a man, you know that. Emotionally and stuff like that.
Not well, physically more is being exposed.
You've got more bits and pieces.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So,
but I feel like what is great is that we are exposing more of our emotional self.
I think so.
Because we attach emotions to it. So it's definitely. I'm really feeling this person.
Yeah, when you're talking about the youngers, that's a complete
we weren't unconditional.
That's a complete
we were still free.
It was still like let me see what's under there.
Right.
It was still that.
That's different.
But now, and that brings us to the next point. Even our younger generations, our kids, sometimes when they're playing their computer games or they're doing this or they're on the internet, and you forget to put on the internet settings because you just don't know how to. But sometimes they can pop up, and I think to myself,
pop-ups on the thing is lethal. I'm not gonna lie to you. See the TV thing. If it says, "Mom, can I go and watch TV?" Just make sure it's Pop or Pop Max or CBeebies.
No, but it's
just make sure it's one of the channels at the top. Not too far though.
You know when you watch
Not too far though. And stay in the hundreds.
You know I'll give you a scenario. We're sitting down, me, my son, my baby father. Do you know what I mean? We've had a family day out and a family night in, and we've gone onto one of the pirate movie sites. Like,
that's it. I would say anybody that's.
And then the next week, slide in.
Anybody who's got kids and you downloaded pirate websites, believe me, try from now. Your child has seen stuff that you don't know that they have
seen.
So
does that mean that the kids, and this is the thing, we're talking about from I couldn't imagine being an 8-year-old seeing a willy. Or even seeing another titty other than my mum's. Do you understand, right? Even seeing it, do you know what I mean?
We used to graffiti the word sex on the wall and breeze.
Yeah.
I remember finding the word. I remember being in year 3 and we found sex in the dictionary. This time they were talking about gender. Yeah. We were so like,
But now our 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, from the time they can operate that, they're seeing it. So do you think we're horrified because we're horrified? They aren't horrified. Because my son was like, okay, mummy. I was like, what do you mean, okay, mummy? What? Are you alright, son?
You realise our kids are not at the med stage. We're in the beginning.
Yeah, they're
mature. It's just and we're like, no. Yeah. And they're like,
no, but I think for me, I think like all of this desensitization. So yeah, I think all of this desensitization takes away from the point that we're dealing with a very sensitive issue here. I think at heart, I think especially for young women, you're vulnerable when you're naked. The desensitization does not change that reality, don't you?
Because kids still need to grow. Kids still need to develop. They still need to, they need to be kids. And I don't think they get the chance to be that because they're just bombarded with so many images and so much
just content.
Content. And it's like, okay, you might be seeing all of this, and then next thing you know, oh yeah, some kid might be saying, oh, subscribe to my channel, or like, they're just picking things up, or you're like, you see a girl taking pictures, and what is that post? You're like 10 years old. Why are you making that seductive kind of face? But it's because they've seen it. They've seen it all over.
That's why it's the generation. It's the generation above, and then got to bring it down, put them back to okay, you've seen it, doesn't mean you can do it.
It's all about the consequences, and I feel like every generation has to understand you have to take responsibility for your own consequences. So guys, that's our conversation on nudes. If you liked it, make sure you comment, hit the like button, and subscribe.
Just do it.
So guys, that's our conversation on news. If you liked it, make sure you like, comment and subscribe down below. Talk about it. Tell us what you did like. Say hi to Claude in the back. Hi Claude.
I'm not going to turn you on.
Alright, thank you. I think you get salty when you start, I know I'm with the money. I don't think it's
depending on your wine. Depending on the wine you give them.
Because I've got a wicked wine, so I mean.
I'm gonna have anyway. Can't really kind of wine, but yeah. That's
I don't know my own. I don't know my wine. Sorry.
You're rating your own wines now.
Yeah, no, I don't know mine. Sorry.
It's a bit Prosecco here. It's a bit fizzy your wine.
Prosecco.
Just
next.
Take time.
Listen. Alright, let's take this picture again, Bob. Just spin the wig.
You don't hear James and let's left it.
It's tits, it's not a big thing, isn't it? Tits, pussy, whatever. You see that all day on the internet.
You think so?
When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow thoughts. Wow.